Okay, welcome everyone to Adventures in Second Life. This is Kitty, and today I am, of course, at the one and only Focus Magazine's event where they are doing the Fair Gallery exhibition. It's opening tonight at 6 p.m. However, the party starts at 5:30, and we are doing a live just to get you guys ready to
Mm-hmm.
find out what's the goods at Focus.
Yeah, tonight's a big night. We have Fair opening, and if you don't remember, Fair stands for Focus Artists in Residence, and it's a gallery that we have where we have 4 people every month, and they come in and they set up a huge room all with their photos, and they decorate however they want, and they have up to 100 prims where they can just introduce themselves to people who may have never seen them before, or seen their art. And it's so much fun. And our new curator of Fair is Bryce Sun. I don't know if you've met her.
No.
She's also the owner of Works clothing store.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so she has just started curating for this month, and she's doing an awesome job so far. And on top of that, we also have the gallery opening. The features tonight in the main gallery will be the 3 winners of the $100,000 Linden photo competition that we had. Yeah, the competition started December 1st of 2020. And, it started January 1st of 2021. We accepted pictures back to December 1st. So it started January 1st, and now it's over. It ended on March 15th, and there were 185 people who received a Linden Reward.
Wow.
I know. The top Linden Reward was 30,000 Lindens. Mm-hmm. It's so much fun. It's been really confusing for me, but really good for everybody else.
Well, that's awesome.
I had to do math.
That's awesome.
Math is so much. Yeah.
And you guys just finished this really cool photo contest for the month of March, also, didn't you?
Yep. We have a photo contest every month. The first place winner gets 1,000 lindens, the second gets 750, and the third gets 500 lindens. Every month we do that. And this past month was fairy tale. That was the theme, fairy tales. And I put out here, if you came over there, I put out here the 3 top winners.
Oh, look at that.
Yep, and I have to res, yeah. They're pretty high in resolution. We can start with the third. There it is. Yep. Okay. The first one is Ren Carling. She did sort of a Snow White-esque. That's the one on the left, with doves and stuff, and it really is nice, and it was really spot on for the theme. She's kissing a frog.
And it looks like a soldier was like messing with her. Notice she's intact. Her dress is perfect. Yep. But soldier didn't do too well.
I prefer the frog,
Yeah, she's like, dude, sorry, no armor for you.
And then this one, it was sort of, it was just so interesting. She had all of these elements of fairy tales, and she's of course wearing wings, and she's got lions and all sorts of animals around, and it really seemed to speak of a bunch of fairy tales. And an elephant, is that an elephant back there? So this was really pretty.
Lion, all sorts of stuff she's got in there.
Yeah, and it's really done well too. Yeah. I like the colors.
Yeah.
And the last is our own Caesar Lighthouse. He did that one, hopefully a res. It has sort of a Jiminy Cricket look-alike.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. And it has really like a fairy tale feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Jiminy Cricket and sort of the grass, blades of grass, and Yeah,
And he
that's
has like
really
a
done
little
well.
wand or a baton, like he's like having the music of the area, sing with him in a way, because you see all these really cool lights and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And he had to superimpose the grass on top of his photo, so it took a bit of skill to be able to do that.
Very
So those
cool.
are our winners. And here's Rachel Magic, who's actually in charge of the voting, because I don't know if you know, we used to have um, our our first photo contest. We used a popular vote,
Uh huh.
and we had about 60 people show up for one person, and who weren't, had nothing to do with art at all. They just showed up and voted for her. So we thought, maybe we should use judges from now on. So that's what we use now. We use judges, so it's very fair. And it's all led by Rachel Magic, and she
Nice.
takes it very seriously.
And you were about to tell me also. I was going to actually ask you, how do you qualify to participate in the contest? Because you have a new
Um,
one coming up next month.
yeah. Well, really, the only thing that you have to do to be in the contest is, what, I don't know if I could direct you, but over in the corner of the, I guess the sidewalk area,
Mm-hmm.
over by that big flashing sign, I don't know how I would direct you, but yeah, if you go towards the right,
Oh, you mean?
the mailbox, if you go towards the right a little bit more, we have a drop-off box now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Even further, all the way in the corner.
Okay.
Can't imagine it's
There it
easy.
is.
There it is. That mailbox. That's the one. That's the photo drop box. And we just need a full perm copy of your photo, and you just drop it in there. It's easy peasy. And then at the end of the month, it's usually the third week of the month, is when we have our contest, our voting event. And yeah, that's all. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's completely free. We do it every month. And the theme can usually be found either on our website, in the magazine, obviously, and we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, so
And Flickr too.
and Flickr, exactly. Yep, Flickr too. And the theme that hasn't been announced yet, and is being announced here first, the theme for April is water, and it can be rain, it can be the ocean, it can be a puddle, it can be anything that your creativity, anywhere your creativity takes you.
Nice.
But the main focus of the picture has to be water. So it's going to be really fun to see what people come up with. We usually have about 30 to 50 people who participate, so it's getting to be a really a fun competition, and people really have a good time with the challenges every month. It's fun to be challenged with different things that you might not have thought of, yourself.
Yes, very true. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to forget, because, I'm a member of this group. So I finally acknowledged I'm too sexy. But I love this group because of the fact that you guys, on a regular basis, you share in group your photos, which is really awesome. So gives you a chance to get feedback on the material you put in, and
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a pre-Flickr opportunity sometimes, because you can Gaiazo your picture in
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
and make edits if you want. Not only that, but of course I didn't want to forget the fabulous kiosk, so you can subscribe and join the group for focus.
Yep. Yep. Well, that's to subscribe, to receive the magazine.
Yes.
Exactly. But yeah, the group is, it's fantastic. It has grown astronomically. And, it's not easy to be a member of a group anymore. We have limited groups that we're allowed to
Yeah.
have. I think it's 42 or something.
42 for
For people,
non-premium, 70 for premium. Yep.
yeah. So it's a sacrifice, and it's we are dedicated to everything as being free, you know. And so we're never going to charge for it, but then that also makes it kind of expendable, like crap, I gotta join Blueberry, and that's 20 lindens, so I don't want to leave there because then I'm going to have to pay another 20 lindens.
Yeah.
But people really have seen the value in the group and posting and support, and if people have questions about photography, and it's a wonderful community.
Yes.
And 1,300 people, all participating. Some lurkers, but when people post their photo to flick to the group, they get a lot of faves, even from the lurkers. So it's a good way to pick up faves and like you said, get a little bit of feedback on your pictures
Absolutely. Absolutely.
too. Mm-hmm.
And that's really kind of what you want to do. But I didn't want to forget. I wanted to definitely give a shout out to all the Focus Art in Residence featured artists this month,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't do that last month.
These artists are amazing, and EXO has a specific theme. His is paranoia. He's calling it his paranoia exhibit. Mhm. And it's super. He's just an amazing photographer, and he's going to be here tonight too. And he sent out it's sort of about fear, paranoia, and personal fear.
Yes.
That's his theme. So it's very interesting.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mhm.
And we also have, is that Gus or Gauss?
Gauss.
Gauss.
Yeah. Gauss. His are really, his photos are very real. He takes up a lot of portraits, and his portraits are very honest. It's really something to see. They're honest and genuine. I don't know any other words to use, but it's kind of in your face honesty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really, really interesting, his photos. And of course, Marie de la Tour, she's phenomenal, as you can tell from her photo right there. Beautiful photos. And then Cobra is an interesting one. His are confronting. His pictures are confronting, and but very artistic and creative, and just an awesome addition to the Fair family. Terrific.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, there's a lot going on. Like I said, we're very lucky. It's only 5:03, but at 5:30 the party starts with Ricky live. And it gives everybody a really cool opportunity. You guys are, of course, at Holly Kai Estates. Want to make sure I didn't drop the lead and make sure that everybody knew how you could get here. I will be posting the link, of course, in the show notes at the very top so that you guys can get to it. And this is a really lovely facility. All of this was built up by, of course, the team at Focus. They have the Exploratorium, which is right over here. Ta-da!
That leads you to the Sky Gallery. The Sky Gallery has, I think we're up to 30 artists now.
Wow.
And it's growing. Every week it's growing. It's fantastic. It's going to be huge. I hope. We have such a creative community, and I want to invite everybody to be a part of it. And each artist exhibits about 6 pictures, I think, and they turn them over every month. And there's Bryce Sun, who just landed. She is the curator of Fair. the
Awesome.
new curator. Hmm.
And I wanted to do a couple of pullbacks just so that people can get a look at how amazing this
Hmm.
facility is.
Thank you.
Not
Thanks.
only that, of course, there is a helipad. The heli is
Yeah.
not there, but the helipad is there. Normally,
Yep.
the heli is there, and we're right
We
off the
people can get
Blake.
here.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, beautiful Blake Sea. People can land their helicopter here. They can come by boat.
and
So,
there's
yeah.
multiple docks on all on sides, so it makes it really
Hmm.
really easy. Um,
Yep.
so it's a great way to kind of like enjoy the space.
And group members are welcome to use the docks. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! So
Group.
even more
Yeah.
benefits to
Group.
membership because, as everybody
Hmm.
knows, Blake is kind of the place to go on a Friday night if you want to listen to different DJs and stuff that are
Yeah.
on it. I know. I think DJ
Yeah.
Cowgirl does a set every Friday night.
Oh, really? I should check that
Yeah,
out.
yeah, she's
I need to
fun.
go.
She
Yeah.
does it at it's it's a region that I actually follow. Half Hitch. She does her set at Half Hitch,
Mm,
which is really fun because
very
we're
cool.
all surrounded by boats and we're all dancing. It's really cute.
I have to bring a boat over there. I need to spend more time in Blake Sea. I have been around, but it still confuses me.
I'm still
So,
figuring it out. I mean, I just bought my first land, and it's nowhere near Blake. 'Cause Blake was a little too pricey for my budget.
yeah, it's very expensive. Yeah, it's super expensive. We're so fortunate here. This is a creative site dedicated to art in Second Life, and we have sort of a half grant from Holly Kai, and this was the home of Inara Pay for I think it was like 8 or 9 years,
Oh wow!
and yeah, and then when she moved on, we were asked to come here, and it's been just amazing, and you know, we've just it's been packed regularly. It's so wonderful. It's great. One thing else I wanted to mention
Hmm.
is last December we had our Focus Photography Fair.
Yeah, that's right. I heard they're getting a new one coming up.
April 30th. Yep. Yeah, we're getting all, finalizing everything. And it really, I mean, this one is going to blow minds. It really is. It's, in December, it was our first one, and we wanted to create a fair, in the style of a fair like you would for clothing or whatever,
Uh-huh.
or skin or hair or whatever. But have have items and products that photographers need, and all in one place because there's so much technology. I have an article in the April issue about Luna Fatale, the store and they have a whole bunch of photography equipment and presentation equipment, and the technology is astonishing.
Yeah.
And we can't study all of this. There's no one place where we can go and find out about what's new in photography, or what's old, what people have been using for lights and stuff like that. And the photography fair really enlightened a lot of people in December, and we're having another one, and this one is just it's gonna be mind-blowing. The technology, and also with EEP now, the enhanced environment, it's confusing every photographer. Everyone is confused, and
believe
we'll have workshops about that and everything. So it's gonna be great.
But I'm excited because the last photography fair was very fun. I mean, you guys had, music going and parties throughout the entire fair. People would be standing by just dancing, and just for showing up, you could win like Linden or win prizes from just an Autobot.
Yep. Every 15 minutes. Yeah. Every 15 minutes. Yeah.
I mean, that's fun. I love that kind of stuff.
Yep, every 15 minutes, and then we give out gift certificates at the end of every event for the vendors that are there. So yeah, there's a lot to win, and every single vendor has a free gift, also.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a lot to see. There's wind lights for free, and which are my favorite, and poses are for free. So if you didn't get your fill at the pose fair, we'll have more um, at the photography fair.
Yeah, I was actually talking to a friend of mine who's really sweet. She owns Sassy Sweet Poses, and I was like, you have to connect with Focus. They're doing a photography fair.
Yeah, yeah. It's when you get sort of on a stream like in the right direction, it
Hmm.
just takes off. And
Yeah.
that's what happened with Focus Magazine, just one day started Focus Magazine and it grew to 16,000 readers, and like so fast it spun my head around. And I get the same feeling with this. We have hundreds and hundreds of people who are interested in the photography fair, and I think it's really going to go far. And it's free.
It's fun. I definitely the
Yeah.
last time I was there, I actually invited a really good friend of mine who she's been in SL for. Her name is Peachy Sassoon. She's wonderful. She used to do
Mhm.
photojournalism for a blog that used to be all about SL way back when they weren't even doing this stuff. I mean, she was doing it like
Mm.
10, 13 years ago, and she now does this really cool party every Saturday where they do a brand new build, and her and her team
Ooh,
do a brand new build. And the coolest part is she's still doing her photojournalism and taking photos of every guest who shows up, and that's their little
wow.
souvenir that they take home for just showing up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does she have that on Flickr? Does she have a Flickr?
Um, they have a
That'd be
website.
interesting.
They have a website. So for anybody who
Oh,
might
very
want to
cool.
check it out, I love Drama Libre. It's the very first party I went to. So I actually have a picture of myself as a noob like 13 years ago, way before Mesh was a thing.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
You
It was
know.
terrible back then.
And
Yeah.
it was hilarious because I look at my old noob self and I thought, oh, this is so cool. And then the next thing you know, it's like you create your persona to look like you and stuff, and then
Yep.
there's all these little touches and stuff, and it's just it's funny how that all kind of comes together after over time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. I was thinking about that recently too. How, you know, especially if you've been here 10 years,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
just over time, it becomes more personal. It
It
sort of
does.
inhabits part of our energy or something. You know, our avatar. It's very very cool.
But you also get to a place where you really want to get to know everything around you. I remember when I
Mhm.
first came in, I was so intimidated. I'm not that intimidated anymore.
Good.
I'm more willing to network and see what's possible and explore and find new things. I mean, Caesar I
Yeah.
met by accident through my co-host Jazz at Muddy's.
Mm.
And
Oh really?
yeah, that's how all that started. And he was talking about videos for Focus, and I was like, okay, that sounds like cool. That sounds like a cool thing to do. And then the next thing you know, the channel has started to grow, and then all these different things started to happen, and then the
Mhm.
tutorials started happening, and the Helping Haven partnership got completely solidified because that's really where I started off with
Mhm.
is creating a blog. And then Drama Libre, I was always doing their parties and always doing little mini videos for them too. So it was very funny. I was doing the blog, which was specifically written, and that was with the tutorial stuff. And then the videos were Drama Libre, and then I just combined them, and it eventually kind of got into this big old project. It's like
I
huge
love
now.
Adventures in Second Life. Yeah, I love Adventures in Second Life. And we had you in the magazine in March.
Oh, that was fun. That was so
We
much
had
fun.
you. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm a
I
strong
loved highlighting
believer.
you.
I'm a strong believer. I mean, even in this live, for example, there are so many amazing uh YouTubers out there that I leverage and that I rely on for their information.
Yeah.
Some of my favorites are like Cat Pink and Betho from Oliver Bunny, and I mean, there's just so many. I could, you know, I mean, no, one of my first
Mhm.
was Naria, Panthar, and then Novata Second Life, and I mean, there's just so many different amazing people who have so much talent, and and I their information is exciting, and it's one of the reasons
Yeah.
why I love sharing information, and I definitely credit. So if for those of you who are focus readers, I have been updating the focus
Mhm.
freebie section on the reg, so you guys can get your freebie hauls.
Yeah, and I'm so excited to have you as a as an article writer.
Oh, that
Gosh,
too. Yeah, I love that.
yeah, it's it's so funny. I knew that you were meant to be. I told you this, but I'll just say quickly. I knew you were meant to be because you don't double space after your periods. I was like, yes, someone who speaks my language. I know it's such a small little nothing pet peeve and easy to fix, but it was awesome. I'm like, this is her home. She's one of the family. No double spaces after her periods in
No.
the sentence.
That's my rule of thumb.
I don't know if you want to came around, but we have Hermes here. We have Bryce here. We have Ricky Live is here already, kind of checking out the area.
Oh yeah, I love Ricky.
Yeah,
He's awesome. I
he
actually heard
is.
him the first time here at Focus, and then I got to go to Diamonds and Diamonds and Pearls Clarity Club,
Hmm.
and that was so awesome because he does a live performance at Clarity Club every Wednesday night.
Mm.
So that was really
Oh
fun.
wow,
And I did
it is. And there's Raz too.
yeah, and I did Diamonds and Pearls again on a Thursday night when
Hmm.
they had jail and bail night. I think that's what it was, jail and bail. And that
Oh
was so
cool.
fun because I ended up getting arrested. And I didn't get arrested. I got arrested. I got double arrested. So the funny part was, you get arrested, right? And the theory is
Hmm.
that you get arrested and it's 500 to get you out, right? Well, apparently I was double arrested, and it was a grand to get me out.
Oh my gosh.
So I have no idea who locked me up, but they locked me up for a little bit. Now all the proceeds, of course,
That's the best.
wonderfully,
Those are so
because
fun.
GaiaReign Nova, she's a sweetheart. All of the proceeds went to Relay for Life, and she had it really well organized. So I was
Oh nice.
totally appreciative of all her effort in getting that squared away.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
was
it does
truly
take
fun.
a lot of organizational skill to do stuff like that. Definitely
It
does.
does, and the
Good.
funniest thing is she is actually a real life event planner. So I was like, well, no
Oh,
wonder she is so good at the club thing.
yeah. Wow. Real life event planner. Gosh.
Yeah, yeah, for 20
You know,
years.
I feel almost qualified now, right? Because we have so many events. I practically feel qualified. It's funny, people were talking about the 100,000 Linden uh, contest party and
Yeah,
how big it was, and I'm thinking, you know what, we have one every single month,
yeah.
so I'm not nervous. This is just add another maybe 80 people. But I'm get these contests and everything are starting to be old hat for me.
I mean,
I'm
it's
so used
exciting as far as the growth and the the willingness for people to challenge themselves, especially in the photography realm. Now that you're doing the classes, it's even more exciting because you have a new
yeah,
crop of people who are going to be working and developing themselves in that way, which is really awesome. So the community keeps
yeah,
growing and getting more and more vibrant as you move forward.
yeah. And you're going to a class tomorrow,
I
right? So you said,
am, and so
Kent.
is my co-hostess,
Right.
Jazz.
Great. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kent Nowicka. He's a really interesting guy, and he has a class every month.
he
We have a
is.
couple of people who have a
He's
class
so
every month.
nice. He
Yeah.
walked us through photo tools and how to leverage depth of field, how to get some really nice blur behind your item of focus, so that you could really capture that center centerpiece. And I loved that because it gave me a real good chance to take some decent shots. And I have to actually turn in my homework. My homework is to turn in 2 photos before class
Ah.
for critique, and I'm going to do
Yep.
that. But that was really fun. I really enjoyed that opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people have taken his class and they've just really, really enjoyed it and felt like they've gained a lot. You know, for people who have experience, and if you look at his Flickr, he does really realistic type photos, which is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the portraits and that sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he's done some really great stuff. And he's definitely a person to learn from. And we interviewed him in February, and he told me that his mother was a very famous photographer in there. Yeah, and she was the photographer for, gosh, what was his name? Who's the guy who would say partner? You know, the old cowboy guy. What the heck was his name?
It's not John Wayne or Gene Autry.
Yes, John Wayne. John Wayne.
Yeah.
She was a photographer for John Wayne. She used to travel with him, and she did mostly black and white photos. Isn't that interesting? So,
those images are gorgeous. Some of the stuff that they did together, obviously, were amazing. I've seen some of those shots, but of course, I'm a Cali girl, so of course, I literally passed by that on Wilshire. You drive by and they still have that the John Wayne statue where he's riding on a horse right outside of the Great Western Bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's still there. I don't think the Great Western Bank is there anymore, but he and his horse are still there in the out open.
Wow, oh, that's fun. Yeah, but it's so interesting, how art is passed down, from generation to generation, and it's interesting how she took black and whites, right? Yeah. And now he's doing virtual art, on a virtual platform. It's just astonishing how art changes, and he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job at it.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's time for us to go because you know what? The party's about to start in about 9 minutes. And I don't want to hold anyone back from enjoying a fabulous Friday evening and listening to some great music. So...
Yep. Thank you so much, Catherine. I always have such a great time in your interviews. They're so professional and so fun. Really, it's great. Love it. So, I'm ready to party too.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for joining us, Adventures in Second Life, and of course, check out this video. We'll be posting it here, there, and everywhere.
and like, right?
Yes, subscribe, and comment. Of course,
like this video.
Of course, yeah.
Yep.
If you like it, thumbs up it. Feel free to comment at your leisure. We will be happy to hear from you, and we take suggestions. We'll offer opportunities to get interviewed if you want to get interviewed by us. It's all good because that's what SL is about: is getting to know your world and experiencing your world.
So good.
Yep. All right. Thanks, everybody.